As a business owner, sometimes you got to update like tons of records in your system,
Hmm.
with all your sales orders or inventory, and it's a huge pain. It takes forever, and it's so easy to mess things up.
Oh yeah, manual data entry, it's definitely a problem for a lot of businesses.
And that's where someone like Farhana comes in. She's a senior software engineer. She's got like 9 years of experience working specifically with Acumatica ERP. And she's figured out a really smart way to handle these bulk updates.
Right in the video, she shows how to create a processing screen in Acumatica to automate all that. So think of it like this. Imagine a robot that can update all your data for you. The processing screen is like the instructions you give to that robot.
That sounds super efficient. Can you give us like a real world example of how a business would use this?
Sure, let's say you need to change the price of a product, and it's on like hundreds of different sales orders. Instead of going into each order and changing it by hand, you can use a processing screen to find all those orders, set the new price, and boom, it's done.
That's got to be a game changer for anyone running a business.
You don't have those human errors.
Farhana talks about three main parts of this processing screen: the graph class, the data access class, and the processing delegate. Can you kind of explain what each one of those does in simple terms?
Of course, so let's go back to our robot. The graph class is like the robot's brain. It figures out what data to use and how to do the update. The data access class is like the robot's hands. It picks out the specific data fields that you want to change.
And that it's efficient.
When you put those three things together, you create this really smooth, automated workflow. Like for HANA, you can explain what you want to do, what data you need to use, and what rules should be applied.
So it's about having enough knowledge to guide the process and make sure the solution they build actually fits your business needs.
Exactly. You're empowering yourself to use technology effectively and make your business run smoother. And it's not just about like making the changes, right? It's also about what happens if something goes wrong.
Yeah, that's a good point. What if there's a problem with one of the records while it's updating?
Well, a good processing screen is built to handle that. If there's an error, it flags that record, locks it so nothing else happens to it, and then just keeps going with the rest of the data.
Oh, okay, so it doesn't like stop the whole process.
Yeah,
Just because one thing messed up. That's where Tiana Solutions comes in, I imagine.
absolutely.
So it's not just about building these tools, it's about making sure businesses know how to use them too.
So, they're committed to making their customers happy. They do. They can guide you through the entire process, from setting things up and customizing it to ongoing support and maintenance.
So let's say I'm a business owner and I'm struggling with these data updates.
Well, the first thing they do is sit down with you and figure out what your specific needs are. What are you struggling with? And then they would design and implement a processing screen just for you. Make sure it works perfectly with your Acumatica system.
So they basically take all the guesswork out of it and they give you a solution that really fits your business.
Exactly. And they don't just disappear once it's set up. They offer ongoing support.
Knows all the ins and outs of Acumatica is really key.
It makes a huge difference.
Makes you wonder, like, how much time are businesses wasting on this stuff when there are solutions like this out there?
Yeah, it's a big opportunity cost for sure.
What could you do if you got even a little bit of that time back? The time you're spending on data entry.
That's what's so cool about Farhana's expertise and what Tiana Solutions offers. It's not just about the technology itself. It's about helping businesses work smarter, not harder. It can really make all the difference in the world.
So if you're listening to this and you're feeling overwhelmed by all the manual data entry, or worried about information being inaccurate, or just feeling like things could be running smoother, don't wait. Reach out to someone who can help.
There are solutions out there, and Tiana Solutions has the experts who can unlock your business's full potential.
And you can give them a call at 678-910-2774